Joining me right now is undefeated Malaysian prospect Jihin Radzuan. What's going on, Jihin?
Yeah, it's doing fine. I'm at the gym and then I'm going for workout later.
Yeah, it's early in the morning. Do you usually wake up this early?
Yeah, so usually during the fight camp I will wake up around 6 or something, but then if off season also sometimes I will wake up early because of, it's body alarm. But then I just still laying around. But then yeah, for the fight camp I have to go to the gym early in the morning.
Alright, before we get into your fight camp, I wanted to ask you about something that you do that's unique about you is during the fights, you scream out in between rounds. Where does that come from?
So it's actually it just to like release the stress, between the round because it's like to give you energy. So it's nothing, it's nothing personal. Just like me being hyped up, and then someone with the people screaming around me, and then the music make me hype up, and yeah, it just to like release the stress between the round.
It just comes naturally then to you.
Yeah, naturally. Even though during the training time, if like I felt tired and then I feel like want to give up, and then I would just like scream, like just breathe out and all, and then yeah.
You had a pretty long and successful amateur career, Malaysian Invasion. How much has that amateur experience helped you as a professional?
So as you know, when you want to go to professional, then you have to be amateur first. So like for me, amateur career is for me it's like to prove something to people. Like sometimes some organization they don't want to take any people who don't have any fight experience to go professional. So this one is like stepping stone. It's like to show people like, oh, I'm capable to be a professional fighter. So yeah, so it's nothing. It's quite like important for me to show people that I'm capable to be a professional fighter. Then last year, just I debuted in ONE FC. Yeah.
When did you know that you wanted to turn professional?
So actually, I don't even think about being a professional fighter. It's not even in my mind. So this was from my coach because like we were talking to each other and they said, hey, how long you want to stay in amateur? And I was like, I don't know, like it's up to him when he wanted to read the pro. So it's like because and some plus in amateur fight, right, because people don't want to fight with me, like keep pulling out, and then after they know they're going to match out with me and then they straight away don't want to fight, and then like, okay, just put these amateur things beside and then we just turn to pro.
Speaking of your coach, Coach Melvin, he is a mentor of yours, and he is your coach.
Exactly.
He pretty much takes care of everything. How much of an impact has he had on your life?
I must say everything. Because I was a normal girl, like going to work and then think about where to study and then think about life, and then when he came to my life and then he like make it manage my life, like, oh, you have to be disciplined in this, you have to manage this thing and all, so most fights actually, all overall, it's by him, it's organized by it's arranged by him, and then my training program and everything. So he's one of the person that very important to me for my fight life. Yeah.
You win your pro debut. You sign with ONE Championship a few months later. You run through 3 opponents in very entertaining fights. You gather a lot of fandom. How can you describe, or can you describe 2018? How has it changed your life?
Wow, it was a big impact for me because all 3 fights in Malaysia, so I gained fans from my hometown, and then it's like it's very kind of different feeling because of from nothing, like people around me say congrats, and then people whole around Malaysia, DM you, PM you, and say congratulations. And all, it's kind of different feeling, but then it won't affect me. So yeah, it's kind of weird because when you go somewhere and then people say, "Hey, Jihin, right? Shadow cat, right? Hey, it's you a cat?" Something like that. It's very funny, and then yeah, it's make me feel awkward because this is not me, you know. So yeah, it's a big impact, and then it's actually I'm quite proud to say that I'm one of the pro athlete in Malaysia for MMA. So yeah, it's time to make Malaysia great again.
Well, you are, one of the main athletes coming out of it, Malaysia, like you said. Do you take that role? Do you accept that role, like being a woman, and being a star for the country?
Yeah, actually, I'm honored to say that I'm very like to be a mentor because in Malaysia, because there's a stigma that saying that girls supposed to stay at home, like they shouldn't do anything like uh rough, extreme, because of we are girl, we supposed to be soft, and then like the soft thingy thing. So like for me, I would love to be their mentor. Like you can do what you want to do, like if you, of course, you have to be in the good way, like the good stuff, good sport and all. So yeah, so for the, I mean, like last year, my debut, after my debut, I got a few opportunities to give a talk and then be ambassador for one company, one brand. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
It must be pretty cool, especially at such a young age.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Last December, won Destiny of Champions in Malaysia. You took on former title challenger Jenny Wong. It was a very intense fight. It was a wild fight. How do you assess your performance?
It's the same answer I gave to people. It wasn't a good match because it doesn't go as what we are planning for. But then, of course, there's some part that I've been working. But then it was a slow start, So yeah. So when I watched back the video, and then I told my coach, "Oh, actually, I did not that good, but then still okay for people, So to to be inside the cage with one of the ex-contender of title belt fight, it's very intense. And then for the fight week, right, I kept thinking about it. It's like, oh, how if she submit me, or how if I got KO by her and all. And then but then I just like one moment, right, I think like, oh, she just a athlete just like me. She probably more nervous than me because she's a ex-contender, and then she against someone is new. So yeah, so if you wanna know my comment, is like it's pretty rusty fight, but then overall it was okay to open my eyes to be more conscious, and then be more disciplined. Probably I didn't put 100% in my training. So for the next fight, I will be way more better, yeah.
When was that turning point in the fight? Was it like in the second round or so?
Yeah. So for the first start, right, I mean, like for the first round, I didn't, because I was conscious with the takedowns, like maybe if I lose my intention, then she will do something to me. So after the first round finish, and then we went back to our corner, and then my coach started to tell me, "Hey, what's wrong with you? You didn't do pretty well. Wake up, Jihin, wake up, Jihin." So I was like, and then I screamed for a while, and then I kept thinking, and then I was like, oh, she also like, like she felt more pressure than me, so I can do better in the second round. So yeah, here we go.
During the second round, did you feel Jenny kind of breaking down, slowing down?
So actually, if you want to talk about the cardio stamina and all, she's very, very good. Okay, for the girls, like she has strong heart. I mean, like for me, some people when they started to bleed or they started to pain, they want to stop. But for her, she kept going. That's I love about her, because she, strong heart to continue the fight until the end.
After that fight, you said you felt like that was a rusty fight. When you got back to training, what did you focus on?
So, for this fight, I focus more on striking because I did pretty well in last fight, but then I have to be more better this fight. So we are working on in every aspect, like striking. We try to improve, and then grappling. Yeah, I think almost everything.
Your next fight is versus Gina Iniong.
Yes.
Were you surprised that you were matched up with Gina instead of Jomari Torres? Because Jomari Torres is someone that you expressed interest in fighting.
Yeah, actually at first I was shocked, because she's one of the, like the top athletes. And then I was expecting someone that same level as mine, and then suddenly I got her, and then me and my coach talking to each other, like, like I cannot like expect that I can take somebody same level as me all the time. So if we try to go with something like, like it's like to, how to say, to challenge myself. Yeah, so if I go with someone, someone as a top athlete, and then someone has more experience than me, and then it's like to put test water for me. So, and I was like, it's okay, just take it. Like for me, I don't really mind who is my opponent. It's like how hard she is, how many experience that she has. So for me, it's just like for myself. I want to try myself. I want to challenge myself. Yeah.
This will be your first fight outside of Malaysia for one championship. How excited are you about fighting in Bangkok?
So yeah, it's very excited for me because it's first time ever I'm fighting outside Malaysia. So at the same time, I don't really think that it's like when you fight in your hometown, it's pressure is from crowd, because whole stadium is they are Malaysian. So like when you fight outside your country, so I think the environment is going to be different because they are not from your maybe they are not from your side, like they don't know who am I, maybe they just come to support their athletes. So for me, I don't really have to think about the crowd, so I just can focus about the fight. Like sometimes when people give too much hope for you, that one is also become a pressure because they hope something from you to show a good performance, to to break the stadium and all. So yeah, so actually it's kind of excited to travel. Like I told my friend, I told my colleague, I told my teammates and all, oh, I'm fighting in Bangkok. That, wow, so nice, you are going out, I mean like for free, And I was like, it's not really, because I'm going to work, fight, it's kind of pressure there.
So this is a big opportunity for you to go to another country and actually gain some new fans, right?
Yes, correct. So yeah, so for I mean like for now also I receive a lot of messengers from outside country, but then I never thought that they will meet me like in real life, in real person. So that's good. That's the thing about it. Like if you go to other people's country and then they'll be like crazy to meet you, Yeah.
The fight is a couple weeks out now. How has training camp been going?
So yeah, I would say that everything goes well, but then I'm trying to be more, for these couples of week, I try to be more intense in training, be more disciplined in it, because as you know, I'm against Gina, and then she has a lot of experience, so I don't want my first experience to be like, like the previous fight is very rusty and all. So yeah, I've been working on all, like I said to you, in every aspect. So we'll see how it goes.
mentally, are you going into this fight believing it is a title eliminator?
Of course, you know, because as I said just now, she's one of the top athletes. So this fight is like to prove something to people, to everyone that I'm capable to take the title.
Definitely. How do you see this fight happening? Do you see a stand-up war? Do you see a fight on the ground, or do you see just like a mixed martial arts battle?
So based from the video that I watched from Gina's fight, so every fight is a standing fight. So I put expectation that she's going to stand, like wanna strike with me, but then I will try to make it like mix, go to the ground and then standing up and all. But then I will be ready with the striking.
Alright, you are part of the atomweight division. The atomweight champion is Angela Lee. She's moving up to strawweight to challenge the champion, Jin Nan, in Tokyo. What do you think is going to happen in that fight?
This fight is going to be very, very, very interesting fight. Because of what? Because of both are champions, and then you will see both athletes will put like the skills. They will show the skill and all. It's going to be like very, very, very interesting fight. So I will looking forward for this, because both athletes are my one of my idol, because I like to see their fight. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like actually, like for Lee, it's very very brave of her to go one weight category up, because female athletes there is way more bigger than us. So yeah, I think she will do pretty well.
The atomweight division is like wide open because she is moving up in weight. So you never know what can happen after your fight, right?
Yes,
there
correct.
could be an interim title fight that would happen. Who knows what can happen, right? So it's exciting for you, exciting for the whole division. Now, you said you wanted to fight on the Tokyo card. You expected that, right? But that's not happening. But if you get a quick win in Bangkok, would you be interested in taking a fight in Tokyo?
Why not? It's travel to Japan is like one of the country that in my list to go. So if I win this Bangkok fight, so maybe if I can go to Tokyo, so I got free holidays, I think. 5 holiday, okay.